Welcome to my closet. My spare closet, that is. What are we doing? We're in my closet. Oh, what do we got right here? Oh my god, we got our mushroom bag. I figured I'd do a little mini stream with my mushroom update. I just got out of bed. I haven't done my hair or brushed my teeth, but I was like, we're doing this now. So I'm doing it now. And I welcome you for the journey. Look at this beautiful. Do you see all this white? This is the mycelium. Do you see this? Oh, it's so amazing. What we have to do at this stage in the process. So I've taken my mushroom spore syringe and I've injected the little port here. Luckily it prevents contamination from getting inside after you inject it. But what I will be doing is now breaking and shaking. Sorry, that was not an earthquake. That was Toby. She's clawing my camera. Anyway, so now what we need to do is break and shake, which is break up the mycelium and shake it around. Toby, can you not do that, please? I swear I'm only going to be here for like 10 minutes. She's going to be shaking it the whole time. Oh my god. Here. I wish I could show you the paws her paws are reaching under the door and like, don't you love it when cats do that though? The paws under the door. Okay, so we're gonna break and shake, and basically you don't have to be gentle. You can be rough with it. You can just kind of like break it up. So I'll show you over here. Let me make sure I'm in frame. Okay, yeah, I'm in frame. So basically what you do is, and you want to do it when it's already a large portion of the oats or whatever colonized material you're working with. You want to make sure, I want to say like 30 or 40% is colonized. So mainly I just judge like, has it run under the bottom of the bag and is approaching the top of the bag, and it is. So I'm gonna do it. What this does is create more surface area, obviously, for the mycelium to separate. And so it'll go faster. Because this process is excruciatingly slow. So, anyway, okay. Here we go. So you can just like reach in there with your hands and just... Yep. I am kind of worried sometimes that I'm going to somehow fuck it up. But you know what? It's all in this bag, so... It is what it is. So I'm just squeezing it, and like you can like make sure the oats fall down into the bottom part and squeeze it. That works well. Oh look, this is working really well. Oh yeah, I should have done this. So you just kind of like squeeze it like this. I just wanted to document my process of the whole thing, because I think the process is very fun. This process basically applies to any kind. So this is reishi mushrooms. Keep that in mind, okay? Reishi mushrooms, medicinal mushrooms, perfectly acceptable for a Twitch stream. But you can apply this technique to any type of mushroom, just so you know. Okay. You want to go until you basically don't see any white anymore, which that's what I'm doing. Okay, I think it's about done. You want to make sure all the oats fall down to the bottom. I don't want to have any on the top, because I'm planning on closing off the top. The less amount of air you can expose to everything, the better. That's why I really love these all-in-one bags. Although that being said, I will be exposing this to a blender, not in the far future. So that's going to be a lot of air exposure, but I've heard that reishi, and I've experienced that reishi mycelium is very robust and strong, so that it's a bit resistant. It's much more resistant to contamination than the other types of mushrooms I worked with, so we'll see. But anyway, so I just dropped this down. I'm gonna make sure it's all settled at the bottom, and then I just kind of like wrap it around the bottom. There was some air that came in. So in the top it has this cool air filter, which is nice. Again, it filters out contamination. So we're just gonna kind of like put that down there. I think I can make it so it sits on top of it. And now there's an air bubble. We're gonna put it like that. We're gonna put it like that. Yeah, we did it. Okay, so we did that. Look, I've got my other, so this is my other stuff. This is my wood pellets, as you can see. It's more like wood, not shavings, what's the word? Sawdust. Yeah, sawdust. Which is exactly the kind of texture I want. So I want the texture of sawdust where it's like really fine and not going to form big clumps. Because that's, again, I'm making a sculpture. So I want it to be as fine and uniform as possible. So that's why we'll be blending this in the blender. I don't know how that's going to work, because honestly, when I put things in the blender, I have to have a ton of liquid in there for it to even blend something. So I don't know. I'm going to take maybe like a quarter of this and put it in the blender and like take it piece by piece and put it in the blender, and we'll see. I don't know. But anyway, this was just a little micro stream. Oh, and here's the leftover box I had from the brick I made, so I'll be using this again. Because I got an additional 5 pound, 8 pound, I don't know why I'm out of breath, 5 pound or 8 pound, I forget, bag of sawdust that I'll be using for additional sculptures. But I have to basically do everything at one time. Again, the smallest size they had was a 3 pound bag of oats, which provide, hello, hello Ivan, welcome to my closet. I wasn't expecting anyone to show up. We just did our little break and shake of our oat bag. So what we did was we massaged the bag of oats. Oh, this is way too high. We massaged our bag of oats so that the mycelium can spread more evenly across the rest of the oats. But yeah, so I'm basically wrapping up. But I thought I would document the process. It's a fun process. First you sterilize everything, and then you inject the bag, and try not to cut yourself, because I did cut myself. So I might be having some mushroom superpowers soon, I don't know. And then I will blend this, and then I will transfer it to my wood pellets, and then I'll put it in my mold. What a coincidence. You were just, oh, okay. You were just massaging your bag of oats. Sorry, I have morning voice. I just barely woke up. What a coincidence. Yeah. I thought I would document the process for others to see, because you can truly grow almost any mushroom this way. It just depends, like you can just have different types of materials. So if you want to use like oyster mushrooms, yeah, you might have a different substrate for that. Although basically every mushroom is the same. Like you start out with grains, and then you move on to your secondary substrate. The only other mushroom I'm familiar with is the fun kind, and that one is a dung-based substrate. So like you still have grain, but then you mix it in with a dung-based. And when you get a bag like this, it's sterilized. It's always sterilized, so just keep that in mind. But yeah, so that since this is reishi, we have oats, and then we have wood of some kind. Wood, crumbs. I don't know why I can't remember the name. wood, it was sawdust. Sawdust. But yeah. Okay. So anyway, that's it. So it was nice to see you. I don't know if I'll be streaming later today. I might. I don't know. I always want to stream something fun, so I thought this was fun. Stream from my closet. Stream from my spare closet. Look, there's there used to be a monitor up there, but that when I shattered my other monitor, I took the monitor from in here, so yeah, it was nice to see you. Okay. Have a good day. See you. Bye. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. How do I end this thing? Oh, here. Bye.